Hey guys, how's everyone doing? This is Nick from ForexForNoobs.com with the daily analysis. Today is Tuesday the 2nd of February 2021. Time is 10 a.m. here in the UK. You are looking at let's switch up to GBPJPY daily chart. So let's get started with the analysis. GBPJPY has a potentially still open, depending on where your stop loss was, where you entered, daily chart breakout. So yeah, it just totally depends on where you're open, where you entered, how you took this trade. I know a few people are in it, and I know a lot of people missed this one, including me. I missed this one. So it's not open by me, but if I share a potential setup and members enter the setup, then I add it to the open setups list. That way we can track it and I can advise members of the course on how to handle the setup. So I know some of you closed this one out with 2R, and I also know, well, I only know 2 people who are still in this trade. If you're still in it, you may as well hold on to it. Yeah, yesterday it did pull back a little bit, but it's already gaining back some ground today. You may as well keep it open, see if it can push all the way up to this resistance area. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this setup. Dave, it really depends how you wanna manage a setup. Ideally, you want to place your stop loss behind as many barriers as possible, but sometimes that's just not really possible. So yeah, it just depends how much risk you're willing to take when you're doing one of these trades. Right, so moving on to potentials. Potential setups, we've got potential setup on AUDJPY, a long breakout that could occur here. It's really struggling to break through this resistance area, so let's just see if that happens. AUD New Zealand, this one we're seeing price hitting a pretty strong support area. I want to see if price stalls out on this support area and gives us a long reversal. This one's probably not going to happen for a little while. I would ideally want to see tomorrow's candle showing as indecision because today's candle's already moved too much. And let's be honest, today it could just break straight through here and keep pushing down. So this one probably won't turn into a trade, but I'm going to keep an eye on it regardless to see if it does. Next is AUDUSD. Now, AUDUSD, there's some potential here. 2 potential scenarios here that I'm looking at. The longer term scenario would be price pushing all the way up to here and giving us a breakout. But right now it's obviously pulling back. So we're dealing with where it's at now, not where we want it to be in the future, which would be having a breakout from this high. What's happening now is it's hitting an area of support. So I'm going to be looking for a long from this support area. This could be traded essentially as a continuation trade just from this support area here. So we want to see price dip into the support area and stall out. It's not quite there yet. Let's just keep an eye on that one. GBPAUD, what's going on with this one? Now, GBPAUD is not really trending at the moment. It's more kind of like moving sideways, but it is pushing up and hitting a resistance area. And that resistance area is merging sort of with the 200 moving average, which is a pretty strong place for price to be. Let me see if I can find a quick example of how good it can be when these merge. I can't see one right here, but it doesn't really matter too much. If you've gone through the course, you know that when a resistance or support area merges with the 200 moving average, it creates a pretty powerful level, and it doesn't really have to be on top of each other. As long as they're pretty close together like we have here, it can create a pretty strong barrier. So I'm looking for a short from this resistance area / the 200 moving average on GBPAUD. Now GBPUSD, we're just looking for a breakout here. I want to see price close above if it manages to get above, I'll look to trade that breakout. Finally, USD CAD, I'm looking for price to push down and give us a breakout when it gets below those lows, but that's a fair way off at the moment. Now let's look for some new setups I may have missed, but I did my analysis this morning and I added these top ones to the list here this morning. So I'm not too sure if we'll find anything different from what I saw a few hours ago, but I was in a bit of a rush in the morning, so I might have missed some things. So let's take a quick look at the charts. And if you guys have seen anything interesting that you want me to take a look at, please let me know now and I'll take a look. I was thinking maybe a range on Euro New Zealand, but it's not a great range, so. Okay, I did miss something. New Zealand JPY stalling out on resistance, so there's potential for a short trade from this resistance area. That's one thing I missed here. USDCHF had like inverted head and shoulders here, which you can see. And it was broken. It's a bit late to enter this one though. So did USDJPY, although it wasn't as clean. But again, it's a bit late to enter given that it's so far up. So yeah, that's it for the analysis, guys. Let's do a quick summary. We got AUDJPY potential breakout. You know what? I'm going to mark the breakouts as red. No, I don't like red. Purple. Breakouts are purple. Just so it's easy to differentiate between all of these. So potential breakouts are purple. Potential reversals are orange. Make that a new thing. Right, so well, AUDUSD was actually a potential reversal / breakout, but the reversal was closer, so we'll mark it as a reversal. Right, so let's do a quick summary, guys. AUDJPY, we've got a potential long breakout here once it gets above there, sort of. GBPUSD, we've got a potential long breakout once it gets above this green line here. If you're unclear on how to trade breakouts, it is it's because it's a members only setup. So I haven't really talked much about it publicly, but for members, we did a webinar earlier this year, which you can watch, in which I go over how to trade breakouts, and they'll be added as a standalone course video soon. But USDCAD, we have a potential short breakout below here. Right, as for reversals, potential long reversal on AUDUSD from this support area here, which is roughly the 75.90. AUD New Zealand, potential long breakout from the 1.0630 support area. But this one could very well just keep moving straight down. It's made a pretty big move today I wouldn't be surprised if it continues down. So I don't have much hope in this one actually turning into a reversal. GBPAUD, we have a pretty strong move up, so just looking for a short trade from here. It's a pretty decent resistance area. And New Zealand JPY, I'm just looking for a short trade from this resistance area, which is roughly the 75.30 level. That's it for today's analysis, guys. Are there any questions? Yeah, it could technically be. The difference that I see is that AUDJPY, if it were to close above here, you still have some pretty good potential to hit that resistance, to get a good profit before hitting that resistance area. Whereas New Zealand JPY resistance is so close that it's going to be very difficult to get in a good risk to reward ratio. So you could potentially trade it as a breakout, but I think it would be a very tricky one before it hits some pretty strong resistance. It doesn't look like there's any other questions, but I'll give you guys a little bit longer to ask questions. Otherwise, we'll wrap this one up. CHFJPY has made its move. Yeah, CHFJPY backed away. All right, it looks like there is no other questions, so I'm going to wrap this one up. Thank you guys for attending. Let's keep an eye on these pairs today. Hopefully, we get some good trades. I'm on a free trade losing streak for this year. Not the best way to start the year, but it is what it is, guys. Can't start off every year with amazing trades. Some years are just going to suck. I'm pretty sure this year is going to be a good year, just off to not a great start, but that's trading for you. If you expect every year to be good, you're going to be sorry, not every year to be good. If you expect every week or every month to be good, you're going to be very disappointed. January was not the best performing month for me, but I'm hoping February is going to be a little bit better. So I'll see you guys for tomorrow's analysis. Thank you very much for attending. Bye.